What's going on, my trainer club? We have Rayquaza coming out in Pokemon Go, so I want to give you the updated excellent throw tutorial that has the updated 100% IVs that we've looked at in my other counter video, and that we have the updated everything that you guys need to make sure you catch that Rayquaza. So, welcome to the trainer club, guys. Here we go! Alright everyone, Rayquaza is back. Super stoked on this, and as of right now there is still no report of the shinies. So I just want to take the time to, one, apologize for coming out with the shiny leak later and after it came out, and number two, I was really hoping that Pokemon Go was going to surprise leak the shiny for the 3 days. So with that not the case, Rayquaza being the most powerful dragon type attacker, this is a must-have Pokemon to do. And the number one thing that we need to know is he is double weak to ice, so Mamoswine is the supreme #1 attacker. If you need any more information on the attackers go, please check out my video and that will be the best for you. So let me know, how many raids do you guys plan on doing of Rayquaza this weekend? I'm very curious to know. Drop it in the comments and hit that sub button to make sure you stay up to date on all of my content. So right before we get down into this, I want to make sure you know the 100% IVs because I am super passionate about those. So for level 20, non-boosted, we have 2191. And then under windy conditions, because he's dragon and flying, we are going to have a boosted level 25 100% IV of 2739. So those are the two 100% IVs to look for. Anything a few points below hand is going to be a 96 or a 98. So keep that in mind. Make sure to get some. And I personally prefer to have the boosted stat attack if possible when you are going up, because the legendaries really only have one function, and that is to attack. So now it is time to get into the excellent throw tutorials that we all love. First thing we have to do, as always, is set the ball. So just go ahead and push your finger on the ball. What I recommend doing, not only do you set the ball, but you want to hold the ball through an attack so you can see what his attack looks like and see how long it takes to get the attack going and when would be a good time to release the ball, because I'm obviously going to show you a broken down slow motion version of holding down the ball, but it's good to see it for yourself in real time too. Hold the ball, boom, he attacks, okay, watch it, and then he's done right there. So when in that attack animation would be good for me to throw? I'm going to show it to you, but you can also do it yourself. Do it again, see him attack, get it ready. So hold the ball down. When it gets into the excellent throw range, let it go. The second thing, we are going to wait for the attack. I suggest never throwing when it's not attacking unless you don't care about catching it or you don't care about wasting your balls. If you're going speed rating, you may just want to keep throwing your ball at it. That's one thing that you can do. But if you really care about catching these guys, wait for the attack. Once the attack starts, you're in it, you're focused, you pick the ball up and you release it right before he finishes the attack, so the ball is hitting him as the circle's popping up, boom, and then if he chooses to do another attack, it will not affect it. And the third thing I'm always recommending you to do is just be consistent with either great throws or excellent throws. That's my big thing. And if you don't feel comfortable with excellent throws, like your ball's like a little bit out of the circle, just throw great throws. Throw a little bit bigger great throw. And the one thing you have to take into account, which I cover often, but in case you don't remember, a big great throw is okay. A little bit smaller great throw is a little better. So each of the great throws getting smaller and smaller is going to be better. Obviously, the smallest excellent throw, which is like a pinprick on the screen, is going to give you the highest potential chances to catch it. But it's better to do a semi-great throw and hit them every single time than have an excellent small throw and you only hit it once or twice, in my opinion. So take that into account. Do it over again. Practice makes perfect. So let's get into the slow motion, broken down forms to help you master those excellent throws. The up close excellent throw tutorial guide. Here we go, guys. We are checking out the edge of the great throw right here. So this is just about the smallest great throw that you can possibly get. And the next one that we're going to check out is going to be the excellent throw. So this is about the biggest excellent throw you can get. It can obviously get smaller than this, but do what you're comfortable with, as I always say. If you want to do great throws, do great throws. But now we're watching the attack. So what I always encourage, and what I encourage continuously, is to just check out the attack. Notice how long it takes for his attack. Notice when he stops and when the circle pops back up. That is super crucial. Boom and circle. So we're going to get a much slower look at the attack, but for right now, check that out. That's my first throw of the time, and I just wanted to point that out because I obviously miss it. So what I was thinking is that the top of the Rayquaza was a little bit like the Ho-Oh, where you could huck it super hard up to the top, and obviously that is not the case. So you have to go a little bit easier than what I thought. But the throw is very much in the middle of the screen, and it's something that we are going to practice perfectly. We want to practice as the masters do. So we're going to check this out again. Boom, we hit the excellent throw. So I'm going to break down two different angles, the bottom and the top for you. So this is the bottom angle. Notice the wind up and the throw, man. It was so close to being right in the middle of the screen because he's pretty close. It's almost just like he's like the Groudon or the Dialga. He is pretty close and right up in your face, really. So we just need to get down the timing. So we're going to look at the up, down, and up. Release right there. I love this one because of how timed it is. And we're going to look at where the exact release point is in relation to where Rayquaza is. So here we go. Up. This is the first up point. We want to stop here. Check this out. As soon as he starts the attack, you're going to want to start spinning the ball, right? Here's the down. You don't have to do these exactly how I tell you, but it's a good thing to kind of get and model somebody who's doing it at a pretty high level and hits them very consistently. So here's the second up at the top. Then you're going to go for the bottom. In the bottom, as you notice, whenever I'm winding up to release, it's going to be a lot more in the corner. So you notice that it was in the corner. Once the corner happened, then boom, here is the release point. Look at it's almost directly, if not directly in the screen. And look at where his tail is. This is crucial. Watch this again. Notice where his tail is when you're releasing because boom, look, we hit him directly in the face, literally almost like a millisecond before his circle popped up, which means he cannot move, he cannot go up, down, or attack for a second time because you timed it so perfectly. So boom, here's the upside of the throw. Look, we're going all the way to the top on this one. I personally like to throw a little bit higher because he is going to be easier to hit, in my opinion. On the bottom one, it's so close. Sometimes I overthrow it. Sometimes I don't have the most accurate throws on the bottom. So for me, I get down the type and where I like the Pokemon to be. So for this one, him being all the way up at the top is super crucial. It's easier for me to do because I can put a little bit more of oomph on the throw. As opposed to the bottom end, it's almost like you just roll it off your finger, and I'm just not so comfortable with those rolls. If you are, great. Do it on the bottom. I'm going to show you both of them. So here's the top. Down, up, and release. Boom. And notice that one, we're going to take a look at the tail on that one. This is a little bit less timed than the first one. So here's the first up. Notice where he is. It's almost the exact same as the last one, right? He's just a little bit higher, so that means we're going to have to raise the ball a little bit because now you're noticing that my circles for the curveball are getting a little bit higher on the screen. So here we go again. This one, I do one more full spin. So here's the second top, right? I do one more full spin, and you'll notice here in the second, obviously. So here's the bottom one. And it almost looks like I'm ready to release it here. However, I don't. I go back to the top again. And then I think this is one of the reasons why I'm a little bit late. I'm not too late that he double attacks and bots my ball away, but my timing isn't as good as the other one. So take the first one into account for the timing. This is the good one for getting to know the top attack. The ideal situation is that the Pokeball is hitting him as soon as that circle pops up. And then here we go from the bottom, boom, to the top. Look at that. And then here is what you're going to notice. Look at his tail. So on the first one, his tail was sideways. On this one, his tail is down. Look, boom. And look at how much more time that circle has appeared. That is exactly what you don't really want. The ideal situation is that the Pokeball is hitting him as soon as that circle pops up. So notice the tail at the first one in the middle is the best part to have it. When it's more on the way down and he's coming down and ready, it's not the best. All right, guys, so that is it. That is how we're going to do it. Just be patient, be persistent, be consistent, use those ice attackers, look out for those 100% IVs. I hope some of you guys are getting boosted in the wind wherever you guys are at. As you can see here, the snow is starting to melt, the sun is out, it's in the 40s, and I am excited to get this Rayquaza. So what I'm gonna do now is play the full catch animation so that you can see it in real-time speed, as I always do, because it can help you guys to watch not only the slow motion that we've already checked out, but also watch it in regular speed so that you kind of get a feel for doing this if you're not comfortable yourself. Thank you for tuning in, guys. I super appreciate you, and I will see you guys out there catching those Rayquazas, getting those 100% IVs. I hope that each and every one of you gets it, and I super appreciate you guys. As always, thank you for being a part of the Trainer Club. Peace!